Om Shanti and a very good morning from Aberdeen Hindu Temple in Stonywood. Today is Sunday, the 8th of January, and Happy New Year to you all. May it be a healthy, wealthy, and happy one, a successful one. May you attain anything that you wish to attain in this coming year of 2023. The life is full of difficulties, of conflicts, of frustration, of obstacles, of all these things. And yet, when we start to look at it from a spiritual way, it comes from an awareness of who you are, who you belong to, and then also what you have to do to bring newness into your life. And the new year is all about this. It's about changing the old, letting it settle, and bringing now new solutions, new ways of dealing with this year in a different way. And it's very important to have that view of the three aspects of time, of the present, of the past, and of the future. The past we cannot change, and we have to settle with it. And in that, we can take strength. We can take strength from those things that we did well. And we can also take strength from those things that did not go as well, but that gave us a lesson from which we can actually bring newness into our lives. From the present, we need to be very alert and awake in recognizing the signs of whatever is coming towards us, and responding in a spiritual way to those situations. With self-sovereignty, with royalty. Anybody can come in front of you. Anybody can say whatever they like to say, but you maintain your self-awareness of being a child of the Supreme, of being a royal being, a wise being, a benevolent being, of being the one who brings light to this world, of being one who only transforms that what is negative into positive. And by doing so, we are paving our future on which we're going to walk. And we're living very special times, and in these times it is very important to pay a lot of attention to our actions. So it may be that others might have a negative attitude or even expression towards myself, and that we experience disillusionment, that we experience humiliation, insults, that we experience not treated fairly. But even in that situation, I have to be very strong and first of all detach myself from that situation. It doesn't mean to run away from that situation, but just momentarily detach. And in detaching myself, take strength. Take strength of your practice, take strength of who you are, take strength of your good qualities, take strength of your good actions. And then based on that, build your self-awareness. And as a sovereign, as one that is self-aware, one who is able to rule the self and not to be influenced by the circumstances around, start to express only positive solutions to the situation. Your cooperation, your tolerance, your humility, your ability of being a trustee. And moreover, create a canopy of protection around you and over you by the spiritual practice that you have on a daily basis. That practice of going into silence, experiencing inner peace, becoming light, having a beneficial view on anybody, on everybody, not to see the faults of the past or the conflicts of the past, but when seeing that person and when coming in contact with that person, see them in a new way, give them the chance of having changed and transformed and having learned themselves from whatever has happened and they have experienced. Because there's always two hands to clap. One is my own experience, and the other is the experience others have. It is the glasses, it is the filters of their life and their sum total of all their actions that make them see one thing or the other, which might be different from what I see. So every day, see it as a new day. Every situation, every encounter, see it as a new encounter. Don't base it on whatever has happened in the past. To be able to do this, I need to be peaceful and I need to be trusting in myself, trusting in the drama, in whatever is happening in the world. And most of all, having faith and trust in the Supreme. And how can I do that? I can do that by connecting with the Supreme regularly and repeatedly throughout the day. And by doing that every day, whenever I can be in that combined form, I, the soul, combined with the Supreme Soul. And when that happens, when I'm in that combined form, everything that is to happen has already happened in a positive way, in a beneficial way. Whatever good actions I take, they already give me the instant fruit of those actions. It is not that, as by the law of karma, the fruit of my action will come maybe in 2-3 births or in a few years' time. But I will already earn, in a way, some benefit from those actions immediately, which gives me a lot of strength and power to continue on this path, to create goodness in this world, to create a peaceful world, a world of cooperation and unity, a world of happiness, a world of only goodness, which means absence of any sorrow, of good relationships, which means absence of any conflict, of any hatred, of any violence. And so to actually invite this world into my life now, I need to start to see others without my past experiences in a new way. I have to see them in a beneficial way each time that I see them in a new way, giving them the chance to actually not to feel the conflict, not to feel the difficulty, the pain that they have experienced, but to experience myself in a new way. And I do the same. So I see others in a new way. And without any ill feelings from the past or any bad memories of the past. And by doing so, I create peace, I create light, I create the opportunity for new friendship and of a new beginning. Because we are in a time when the new beginning is going to express itself. There's a time when the old will crumble away, and maybe even in a painful way, because to realize and to come into confrontation of what has been in the past is sometimes very difficult. But we have to embrace it and let it go. And invite the newness, a newness that is clean, that is clear, that is light, that is loving, that is peaceful, that is filled with wisdom, and that is benevolent, which means it is giving. And so build our relationships, our interactions, our situations around that awareness. So to do so, I need to take care and not be careless, because to be careless is a weakness. And when I allow myself to be careless, then there is no attainment. There are mistakes. There are situations that happen that I actually didn't want to happen. And so it is like being on top of a mountain and really going the last bit up of the very steep mountain where the path is very narrow. And so we have to be very, very careful in what we do. And whatever we do, do it very well, making sure that you stay on that very narrow path. And it's not easy to be in that situation. And that is why if I'm careless, I will fall down and will have to perhaps injure myself or even have to make my way up again. So the most cost-effective and easy way is to pay attention and to be alert at this time. And as we go along, we drop off any weight of difficulties, of painful experiences. And we adopt and we take on positive feedback that we get from the people that we interact with. And so creating newness, creating love, creating peace in ourselves, first of all, but then around ourselves and inviting others to come into that space is creating an oasis where we can all have respite, where we can all come together and experience friendship, experience goodness. So I invite you to make time every day where you can serve the self, serve the world, by taking time out of your busy lifestyle, finding a place where you can sit down and relax, where you will not be disturbed, maybe for 5 minutes, and then slowly extend it to 10, 15, 20, half an hour. And really make the effort of being alert at that time, not to allow other thoughts to come into your mind, but to have a concentrated effort. And that will pay off because you will want to experience that time of peace, of concentration again and again and again. So let us start. Find a place where you can sit down and have just another 15 minutes of peace and quiet and of introspection, to get to know the world inside. The world inside, the soul that is your eternal form and will always be with you wherever you go in this life and in other lives. So sit down. If you want, you can close your eyes, or alternatively, connect with the point of light just behind my shoulder, which is the representation of the supreme light, the benevolent, the highest, Shiva, the supreme, the eternal one, the one who never ever takes the form of a body, but who stays in a place beyond sound, in a place where there is no activity, which is our home, our residence, from which we originate. Because we are all souls and bodies. We are embodied, incarnated souls. And the soul is the life force of the self. The seat of the soul, or the throne of the soul, is in the place in the center of my forehead, just between my eyebrows, above the root of the nose. It's a place from which my soul reigns over this body. The soul, the part of myself that is able to create thoughts. May they be good thoughts, bad thoughts, neutral thoughts, useful thoughts, or wasteful thoughts. It is my choice which thoughts I engage in. And I use my intellect for that, my ability to reason, to choose, to discriminate, to analyze, to think logically. And thereby I become conscious of my thoughts, aware and conscious of my actions, because I can discriminate whether these actions, these words, were beneficial or hurtful, if they were uplifting or they created negativity. And I can also decide of what I want in life and what I don't want in life. And I can create a plan on how to achieve this. And then there's that part of myself that is deep, deep inside, and perhaps not quite visible, and cannot be assessed such that easily. It's almost like a deep lake. And it's a treasure store on the bottom of the lake, deep, deep down. And it's a treasure store of all my experiences in my life, be they good experiences or bad experiences or neutral experiences, whatever they were. It's my treasure store. And I'm feeding with my thoughts, my actions, my decisions, that treasure store. I can take things in that, I can place in that treasure store, and I can take out and let go of the things I don't want. And that is the power of the present, because in the present, I am creating all the time. I'm bringing into action. I'm choosing. And I'm bringing newness at all times. So allow yourself to transport yourself into nature. It's a nice day, it's not cold. The sun is shining. The sky is blue. And you walk slowly and consciously along a path. At times you stop to see a beautiful flower or to appreciate a beautiful landscape in front of you. And as you stand there, in that unity with your surroundings, in that awareness of belonging to that place and the place belonging to you, you slowly detach yourself and go within. And go deeper and deeper to find the real treasure, the real jewel inside yourself. That self that is loving, that is peaceful, that is beneficial, that brings happiness, that is friendly and amicable with everyone, that uplifts everybody else and does not need to take. It is like a rose inside yourself. These are the beautiful qualities that you bring into this world. Just see the qualities that you have in front of you. I am. ... I am. ... I appreciate. ... I love. I respect. And slowly, slowly see yourself from when you were a small child to the person over the years that you have become. And see those qualities in yourself still there. But with the learning of the years, add the qualities that you have now as an adult, like ornaments on yourself. See yourself in full light and in a beautiful cloak with all the ornaments in a royal pose, with your crown of awareness, with the diamond in the center of your forehead, shining light into the world. Become aware of the world beyond sound, of your father, your mother, your companion, your creator, the divine, and connect silently and lovingly with that light. And as you connect with that light, magic happens. And an orb of light surrounds you. A canopy of protection is above you and around you. And you create an atmosphere that is full of light, an atmosphere that expresses universal love, peace, wisdom, purity, and happiness. You become a beacon of light. And like a lighthouse, you shine light all over, all around you, indiscriminately. Like the sun shows its rays to any creature, to any form, any structure of this world without discriminating. Become the one who is benevolent and loving, and serve the world without denying any love to anybody, but be fully loving, fully aware, and empowered by the light of the Supreme you're connected with. And allow that light of the Supreme to shine into the world and to transform negative into positive in a very subtle way. Bring happiness, health, and wealth to wherever your light shines. Go even further, and rather than being a lighthouse, just shine your light as if you sent rays of light, of powerful light, 360 degrees from where you are into the world. And see those rays of light traveling all over the globe, indiscriminately, just bringing light to wherever those light shines on. And so benefiting not just humanity, but all the living creatures and the non-living creatures. All the flowers and trees and rocks and lakes and water, inviting them to become peaceful, inviting them to bring goodness and light to the world. And as you do, there will be others that will do the same, because your light will connect with them and will bring light to their lives. No matter what's happening around you, you just keep that stage, keep that connection. See the whole world englobed by these rays of light, and how the rays from others start to support your efforts and bring more and more light to the world. And feel that light of the Supreme flowing through you, because that is the light that you're sharing with the world, and bringing back humanity to a path of unity, of cooperation, of sharing, and sharing that light in an indiscriminative way. Take another deep breath and just let go. Just let go of any desires you may have or any difficulties you may experience. But fill them with peace, fill them with goodness, fill them with acceptance, and so you remain light. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Have a very good week and keep practicing. Om Shanti.